4, 3, 2. I'm just going to see. I'll let you know. All right. What's up, guys? We got another little live segment that we're going to do here. You ready for this, Mike?
Yeah, I'm ready, man. Let's get it going.
We got a lot to talk about. Hold on. I just got to stop this thing from playing back in my ear.
It's a good move. I was going to tell you that.
There. Okay. So we got a lot to talk about. We figure we got some free time here. We can hop on, do some live, do some Q&A. If you guys got questions, post them in the comments. There we go. We got a hey from Scotland. What's up? Speaking of which, we cannot wait to get over there. In fact, today we were just at the simulator because it's still too cold to play any golf around here. It was 40 degrees today.
Mm-hmm.
It's actually right now my watch says 35 with snow out there.
Are you serious? It was 65 yesterday.
Yeah, 35 with snow. So what we did is we hit the simulator today. I don't know if you guys saw our live on Instagram. We played the old course. We had a little bit of fun. We're trying to get our games in order because in just 4 weeks we're going to be headed across the pond.
Yeah.
To play in the YouTube Golf Open. For the YouTube Cup.
YouTube Cup. The best golfer on YouTube.
Yeah.
And I can tell you right now, it's not me.
Not us. We're just there for the fun. But so just a couple things here. I see George is commenting saying giveaway for those hats. Yeah, that's why we're wearing these hats. They're sick. We just got a bunch of them in, and we are doing a giveaway. Here, I'll throw this up here so you guys can see it. Right there on Twitter. We're going to run this for a couple more days. We're going to give 3 of them away. So check out our Twitter. You'll see how you can get involved with that. Really excited to give those away because I like it. It's like a little bit of a throwback style.
Getting a lot of compliments from people.
They are. We were at the simulator today. People were asking where we got them, and I'm like, well, they just dropped them. But you can order them on Titleist. But they sent us a couple, so you know what we do when we get them. We send some out to you guys. So we're going to be doing that. Mike, can you see some of the comments? I want you to be able to.
Yeah, I can see some.
Okay.
So let's see. How you ever do any golf round videos?
We're going to be doing more videos on the course. We just recently had one where we played. You saw how cold that was just a couple days ago.
Well, we got one coming up.
But before that, next Tuesday, we've got another instructional video that we're gonna be dropping. Another one with Kevin Sprecher. You guys saw him on the podcast, possibly. You've seen us do some work with him before. One area of our game that we needed a lot of work, and probably me more than you, was putting. So we went and did a putting lesson, and you guys know how it is with Kevin. Everything that comes out of that guy is gold. So we just roll the camera and let him go. And we did that, and we've got about a 20-minute video of just pure putting, like instructional gold. So I can't wait to drop that. That's going to be on Tuesday.
What else we got here? David Bushy, afternoon, fellas. What's up? David Hogan Disciple, fellas. What's going on? Good day, lads from Australia. What's up, Tim? On the other side of the world.
Cole asked, who do we have winning the Masters?
That's a good one. I mean, we were talking before how we would love to see Molinari just continue to stay hot as of the effect of the juice.
Yeah,
I want to show you guys my new shirt.
Where's the shirt? Yeah, rip that out because this is too funny. Molinari, I think he's been playing incredible. His short game could be really deadly there. We were just watching. I don't know if you guys were watching Spieth earlier. Look at this. The juice. So that one we're going to have a little fun with. Spieth playing really good. I mean, and you can never knock experience. You know, a guy who's won there before. I like Rory's chances now that we saw him get that huge monkey off his back winning the Players.
Yep.
There's just so many different ways it can go. We've seen in Augusta, we've seen a lot of guys who can really, who's got that distance, who can really put the ball pretty long off the tee, having a little bit of advantage. Bubba Watson winning, things like that. But I think it's going to be whoever gets hot with the flat stick. You guys know how tough it is. You guys know how tough it is at Augusta. Did you see that video that Phil Mickelson posted like yesterday? We reposted it on the Golficity Instagram.
With the putt? The 2 balls?
The stimp is like 16 or something.
That's incredible.
He's just showing how fast it is, which is just crazy.
What else we got?
If DJ stays away from the stairs, I think he's got a really good chance too. I mean, DJ's length off the tee, and we saw it a couple times earlier, even this season. Even when everybody's at their best game, it just seems like DJ's like a little bit above him. But who knows? Like I said, Augusta has those tricky ways of beating you. I think it's really going to be whoever we see is really putting well that week is going to be giving it a hell of a run. So
I want to go back to some of these real quick. Mike said he pulled over in Drug Mart to chat. What's up, Mike? Thanks for pulling over, number one. Number two, I have a Drug Mart down the road. Are you down the road or what? Old course while you're in Scotland. We're getting close. We're actually...
Yes. So we can't confirm anything because we don't know if it's confirmed yet. All we know, it's always like a guy who knows a guy, right?
It's got to be.
So what happens is we've been putting it out there that we're going to be in Scotland. Long story short, somebody that we know just through the industry, he's like, I heard you guys are going. He's like, I have a friend who lives there. It's a long shot, but I can see what he can do. And this has been like weeks in the works. And he's been kind of like giving us these updates. I feel like I'm on an emotional roller coaster where all of a sudden he'll be like, it's looking good. And I just like flying high for 24 hours, but we don't know. The cool thing is tell him where we're staying while we're over there. In relation to the course, like we're right.
Oh yeah, so we're actually staying at the University of St. Andrews, like in the dormitory, I believe.
Something like that.
But I think it's also the bed and breakfast of the university, so tourists can stay there, and there's food there, things like that.
But it's literally
it's like a walk down the street from the road hole.
So which is just like mind blown. So we're gonna be right there. So obviously we'll be drooling over it, hoping for a chance to get out there and play. We'll see. But that whole week, we're going to try to cover it every possible way we can. Obviously, we're going to be shooting daily videos. We're going to play a bunch of courses. We're going to do as many of these live sessions as we can. We're going to record a couple podcasts while we're over there. We're just going to try to bring you guys as much of that experience as we can. So we'll see. Also, the other one, even before that, let's talk really quick about YouTube Golf Day. So we're heading out there. That's in 4 weeks. We're going to be at Formby Hall, which we've been looking at some of the video and stuff from that course. It looks beautiful. Can't wait to do that. And then where are we playing? We're gonna play
West Lancs. It's called West Lancs. It's West Lancashire Golf Club, I believe, right outside Liverpool. Our friends over at Putt Out. I'm sure you guys have seen the Putt Out equipment on social media, on our channels. They're going to be taking us out there. That course looks great.
I know.
And
that's going to be a whirlwind. We're like literally flying in and out. Like we're fly over there like Friday night.
We get there on Saturday morning.
Yeah. We play a round, hopefully to warm up on Sunday. We play the YouTube round on Monday.
Monday night party,
and then we fly back back to the States early Tuesday. So it's going to be kind of a whirlwind. But I'm looking forward to the party. I'm looking forward to everything with that. The only thing that I'll admit I'm nervous about my performance and how I'm going to play. Being is I haven't been on a golf course realistically since we were in Florida in January. We thought it might get a little warmer sooner here. It hasn't. Mm-hmm. So we're going to be rushing to play as much golf as we can in the next couple of weeks.
I'm going to tell you right now that you shoot a 105.
105. This guy's got no faith in
me. And I'll tell you why.
Did you hear where that went? It just went right like that. Yeah. Okay.
I'm going to tell you why.
Here we go.
You're playing on a very hard Formby golf club, and those things roll. A lot of high fescue. It's going to be super windy. It's the beginning of the season. We're pretty rusty. Plus, forget about that. Put all that aside for a sec. We have to film it.
That's true.
So filming is never easy.
Filming ain't easy, right?
Breaking 100 will be ideal.
Whatever. I don't care what it is.
Exactly.
Just to be out there having fun, hanging with the guys. You got Piers and Andy from Me and My Golf. We always love hanging out with them. Seb from Seb on Golf, who we just had on our live stream before. He's just a great dude. He saw his dog, Tiger Woods.
That's great.
So you got those guys. Eric Anders Lang, always fun hanging out with him. So I'm just going to be out there just having a good time, enjoying it. But we are going to try to practice a little before we get out there. Next week, we're going to be playing
Skyway in Jersey City.
Right. So if anybody's played it, let us know. But we're going to be playing Skyway. Excited for that. We're going to film it. We'll put that on the YouTube channel. There won't be any those really great drone shots
Yeah.
because that thing is sandwiched between about 3 airports. You're not getting a drone up in the air for that.
Nope.
But it'll be nice. So we'll get out there. We'll practice. We'll have some fun with it. Really great. Here's a good question. Nugget asks, in which country would you like to golf outside the UK and the US? You want to take that one?
That's a great question. I mean,
for me, Australia,
yeah.
New Zealand,
sure.
and South Africa
South Africa, I'd probably
are
put
all
up
places
there
I'd
for sure.
love to check out.
Yeah.
And I'm sure we will at some point.
I'm right up there with you.
At some
I like
point.
that.
One place I'd like to play, you guys heard the announcement of Tiger's course that he's putting in Oahu.
Yeah.
And he's doing that with Gil Hanse. So it's going to be a couple of years, but that's something that I'm going to add to that short list. Can't wait to play that. Other exciting stuff. I'm going to be playing the Ocean Course at Kiwa.
Yeah, you are.
Yeah.
Jealous of that.
At first, it wasn't necessarily going to happen. We weren't sure. Long story short, it's another one of those quick get in, get out weekends where my wife's cousin's getting married on Kiwa. And I'm like, yeah, if I'm going, I'm playing. So we're going out a day early. Going to go play it. Australia, I'd love to get out there. Mike mentions Canada. Absolutely.
Glen Abbey. We could probably do Canada.
Yeah, we got to do Canada.
You know, Australia.
Let's see. You guys need to negotiate a couple strokes from Golfaholics guys and do a match. That could be very good if you get the strokes right. Definitely. We had that match with them, which ended up being the infamous Bob Menery video. Don't know if you guys remember that or saw it while it was briefly up on both of our channels. Those guys are lights out, incredible golfers, and just really great dudes too.
Yeah, really great guys.
Really great guys. We had them on the podcast. They are just, as nice in the real life as you see them on camera. Just great dudes. Love the game. Love what they're doing for the game. So I think we negotiated 4 strokes aside, right? Which I thought was fine. That was fair.
Yeah, that was fair.
It ended up changing. It went at like 10 different ways with Bob. And then we ended up not doing it. So we said, look, we're going to redo it. So it's just a matter of, we talk to them constantly. Their schedule's crazy. Our schedule's crazy. We tried to get out to, I think, Bandon. I think they're going to be heading out to Bandon Dunes, right?
Yeah, July.
So we're trying to coordinate that if we could get out there and play with them there. And then we were talking to them about possibly coming over and having them play it at the YouTube Golf Day as well. So it's just a matter of 2 groups of guys with really busy schedules and trying to make them work. But when we do, we're going to definitely play again. The other thing too, it might as well tell you guys about that video with Bob Menery. We're hoping to get that back out there.
Yeah, I don't see why we can't put it back out.
Unfortunate reality is, and again, I got no problem with Bob whatsoever. Bob obviously knew we were filming. Bob approved that video. Before we sent it out, we sent it to him. But you know how things are when you get people and money and managers involved. Someone on his management team, I guess, didn't like it. Didn't like how, it came off and how, he looked in the video. Long story short, I don't know what the motivation was, but there was some back and forth and it had to be taken down. We know we were in the right. We did consult a lawyer about it. The lawyer's like, you guys are 100% in the right. It's just a matter of how much money you want to spend fighting it. It wasn't really necessarily worth kind of fighting it, for the money, but we'll see. We'll see what we can do. We may get that back out there. Mike asks, let's see. Mike says, you guys watching the women's amateur at Augusta this weekend?
We did watch a little today while we were at the simulator.
I'm definitely going to be tuning in tomorrow. A, it's a historic event. B, my daughter, who's 5 years old, is getting into golf. Mike's daughter, who's 6 years old, is really getting into it. I think it's great for them. I'm going to show them that they're just like, we're just in that phase of trying to spark their interest. I actually went out last weekend and bought her first set of golf clubs. So I'm excited. I'm excited to share the game with her. I'm actually, though, I don't know if you feel the same way, but I'm a little bit like worried, like intimidated. Like I don't want to set her down the wrong, like I'm not a golf instructor, So I'm like, I want to make sure I'm showing her. Like right now, I feel like my only mission is just to get her interested.
That's funny you say that because
but like now I'm not gonna teach her like I'll teach you the basics. Like, I don't feel like I don't want to teach you the wrong thing. Like as far as swing mechanics, I'm not a swing mechanics coach.
But before you say that, and maybe on the other side of this, I was talking to my wife. I said, my 6-year-old, she's going to grow up with all of these pearls of wisdom and knowledge that we're getting from a Kevin Sprecher and everything that we're doing here.
Yeah.
And I'm instilling that on her. I'm teaching her at age 6 how to balance and rotate. Did anyone teach you that at age 6?
True. No.
So I'm having her use the putt-out mirror for alignment.
Yeah.
I'm introducing her to all these training aids. So that type of stuff can't go wrong.
Can't go wrong. I want to hit a couple of these questions. We got how many Titleist hats? We're going to give 3 of them away. So we've got a couple different colors. We're going to give those away. This is a great point. Hogan asked, bag tags okay? Did you get to the P.O. box? We got to check those out. He sent us those great bag tags that we saw the pictures of.
Bag tags, I have to go pick them up. They
P.O.
probably went to the P.O. box. I usually make a weekly stop at the post office. So
Trust me, when we get those, we'll give you a huge shout out because that's so awesome.
Wait, Jeff, I saw, where was that? Jeff said he's playing Orchard Hills and Paramus tomorrow. I love that. I love that 9-hole course. That's right down the road from my office. I usually hit that up 9 holes before the day even starts. So have fun there, man. Such a great walkable course. Kyle Knockstiff Golf. What's up, buddy?
Hey, guys, sorry. I know some of you are asking the same questions over. There is a delay in when we see the comments and when we are able to respond. So we're trying to get to all of them. Eric Hurt says, first tournament Monday, going for a repeat this year here in Arizona, looking to qualify for the U.S. Open. That's awesome. Get after it,
That's really cool.
Do it.
Love that. How many titles do I have? Not many. I want to keep collecting them. I want to have about 200.
Yeah. Are you talking about these up here?
Yeah. When you have no hair here, it's great to just throw the hat on.
Oh, I thought he was asking how many are we giving away. We're giving 3 away of the Titleist hats.
Oh.
Are you just thinking
I thought maybe he was thinking
count
of the wall
up here? Yeah.
But he said he's got 4. I'm up to 4. It's kind of crazy.
Gotcha.
5-year-old son doing John Daly school, grip it and rip it, and he loves it.
Here, Mike says that he's going to be heading out to see Kevin Sprecher late summer, early fall. That's awesome. Again,
out
Kevin,
from Cleveland. That's cool.
Yeah, you guys see it. I mean, we love working with Kevin. He's one of the guys who can just take such a complex game and just make it seemingly so simple. I try to sometimes get inside of his head and just see what he's seeing because it's just amazing. Sometimes you see him watching your swing and you just know he's thinking of things like you had never thought of before.
For sure.
Some of the things he did with my putting stroke for simplification, amazing. Brian asked if we're headed to the PGA this year at Bethpage. Unfortunately not. There's a couple things. This year we happen to not get credentials for it, so we won't have the media coverage. We won't be able to do any filming there. Filming is always a tough thing, and because it's a major, we usually cover the Northern Trust. It used to be the Barclays, but this being a major, it gets a little bit different. Also, I'll happen to be traveling that week. That's when I'm heading down to Kewah to play the Ocean Course, so things could be worse.
Things could be worse.
All right, let's see.
Number. He was talking about the wall. All right.
Mario says, love the Florida swing videos. By the way, I'll be making my club order next week. Mario, that's awesome.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, you know what? That little Florida trip was such a tease for us to get away from this gray, snowy skies for a little while. And we look back at some of those videos and we're like, man, how nice it was. We're going to have to make that a yearly thing. Because the other reason, too, is we want to make sure we bring you guys as many of these videos as we can do. And I feel like the winter, it's like...
How great is that trip?
That trip is great. So I think we're going to copy that formula next year. Mm-hmm. Go out there. I mean, you saw towards the last couple of videos, you got to see how much we were dragging. We were getting dead tired because we were playing and then running to the PGA show and whatever, but it was well worth it. Next year, same thing. Let's line up a bunch of courses and do them. Well, big one that I want to do, I want to get back and I want to play Stream Song, which might be its own trip. We might have to do that. Tom says hello from Belgium. What's up?
What's up, Tom? What else we got here? George, you ever played an island green? Does water get in your head regardless of distance? I don't think I've played an island green, and water does always get in my head.
Yeah, water, it takes some serious zen, whatever, to have it not get in your head at all. But Yeah, I don't think I mean, the closest thing is at Crystal Springs, right? On which course is that? That has the one we filmed it with the drone. It's beautiful. It almost looks like TPC Sawgrass, except it's not. It's not a true island. There's land behind it.
Where is this again?
At Crystal.
Oh, at Crystal. Yes.
That's probably the closest thing.
That is probably I had to think about that. It's the closest thing. Yeah, we had
Yeah.
some great drone footage of that.
But I tell you what, that's another thing we just learned from Sprecher. He had a great tip the other day. He said, and he talked about this in our podcast interview we did with him on the channel like a week ago. He said, wherever the trouble is, line up on that side of the tee box so you're naturally aiming away from it. So let's say you had water down the whole right side. He said a lot of guys will naturally kind of like subconsciously line up on the left side of the tee box because they're trying to get as far away from that water as possible, right? But what he says is line up on the right side next to the water and then aim a little bit towards like the left side of the fairway. So right side, aim left, and that way you're always working away from it. Now, nothing's going to stop if you have a ridiculous slice. It might still happen, but at least you're giving yourself a better chance. Let's see. Trying to look at some of these questions.
Let's see. A Golfer's Walk. Knoxcliff Golf put up a video today about the 5 greatest Masters tournaments. I didn't get a chance to see that one yet. I know Kyle reached out. To ask for hours, and I apologize, Kyle, that we didn't get a chance to do that for you. But for me, it was seeing Tiger win his first because I still remember it. That's when I was first getting into golf. I was 17 years old. I was starting, I was playing on the high school golf team, and I remember watching that with my father. He's a big golfer. He's a big reason why I got into the game. He still beats me to this day. I just can't beat him. But I watched that with him, and I just remember it was being able to watch it with him and see his reaction from somebody who had watched golf for so long and somebody who had seen some of the other greats like Jack Nicklaus and some of those guys play, and just being in awe of what this young kid was doing. And then through the lens of my eyes of being like a young kid myself, and just, I think it made it more impactful to me to see what kind of an impact it was having for him, because Tiger came and changed the game, Yeah.
There was an amazing, stat thing that came out. I put an article on Golficity the other day where you saw that some company took the time to put that interactive chart together with all of the career earnings, and you just see Tiger just come out of nowhere and just blow the chart away, and you realize how much he changed the game. It's really kind of crazy.
It is pretty incredible. For me, I would say I have been relatively new into the game of golf, especially watching it and following it 6, 7 years, 8 years maybe. So I think the one that stands out for me the most is Bubba's shot from the woods.
Yeah, Bubba's shot from the woods.
Because that's when I was just getting really into this game.
And that shot shape, that was unbelievable. Eddie, he asked, after the putter lessons, is it the Scotty or the Bettinardi? So it is currently...
Wait.
What?
What do you think it is?
Do you want to let him guess?
Let him
His
guess.
comments are so delayed, we may not be able to see it.
All right. Then go ahead, tell him.
So at the moment, it's the Bettinardi. So that what was really cool with that lesson is we got to put both putters on the Sam Putt Lab. Now, one caveat I will say to that. The Scotty was not a fit putter. It was just something that our friends at Titleist had sent over to me just to try. So it wasn't fit to me or anything like that. The Bettinardi I went through a complete fitting. That was a fit club. So when we put the two against each other, the Bettinardi was the clear favorite. Then because the Scotties are adjustable, it was way too heavy. Kevin popped some of the weights out. He switched me out he took 10 grams of weight out, and it was performing a lot better. It just wasn't performing as good as the fit Bettinardi. However, Kevin did change some things in my putting stroke, which you'll see. And I'm actually going to have to get the Bettinardi tweaked too. He wants me to shorten it up a little bit just because I get my arms too up and in. So, we're gonna have to see. I'm gonna experiment with that, but I'm one of those guys. I don't like to ever stop experimenting. I don't think the experimentation is gonna stop. I may swap that Scotty out for a different one and see what that does, because I just want it to keep trying. I don't think it hurts in any regard to keep trying different things.
Well, to piggyback off that, to answer Brian's question above, Mike saw you switch the shafts to the Bumblebee. Any reason? So, like Frank, I am trying to. I don't know, figure out which combination is best for me. I mean, I'm trying to really hone in on dispersion. I have this problem with this inside out swing that I've been struggling with. So I'm working on that. And as I'm working through the new swing change, I'm actually making contact, or I'm striking the ball a little differently. It's changing the way things are moving around. So for me, it's which one is going to perform best with the TS head. And right now I'm liking the way the Bumblebee is going. Just because I played Wednesday, I played a full 18 holes.
Yeah.
And the drives were straighter. My misses were not as far right. They were right rough, not right woods. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So, just some things I'm working through like you with your putter.
No doubt. And that's why I've been liking the TS2 because it's been so much more forgiving for me. Eric asks your thoughts. He says, Shields, Crossfield, who wins? Great question. I don't know. I mean, they're both such fantastic golfers. But if you
Finch
had
beats them both.
What?
Peter Finch
That's my
beats
thing.
them both.
I was just about to say that.
Yeah.
I think the one to beat at this event is going to be Peter Finch. When we played with him in that night under the lights, it was amazing to me how effortlessly he just attacked that place. I mean, every par 3 there was long, and he was just, every time I felt like he was 8 to 10 feet from the pin, and he had a birdie putt. And then he was putting well too. He is changing up with that claw grip. And, he's playing a lot of golf right now. A lot of these guys who are the golf YouTubers, and I even heard Piers and Andy talk about this on their recent video. You'd be surprised how little they actually get to go out and play and practice their own games because they're busy making these videos and doing different things like that. But Finch has been playing. You see him playing a lot more. He's my odds-on favorite to take that.
You and a lot of others, sure.
Yeah. But hey, Carla Booth, she's incredible.
That's
golfer
true.
Too.
That's right. Rick's playing in it.
Yeah, so I think that there you got a really good shot at it there.
Let me show. Can I show some of these throwback photos? Or you got a couple of comments?
Push S if we browse Reddit golf. Honestly, I've personally never been very active on Reddit, but I know they got a pretty cool community over here.
Yeah, pretty large.
Yeah.
Look at
what
this.
Do you want to show them? Oh, some of the old pictures. We were just kind of going through some old pictures.
I found these from like an old party we had from way back when we met Ben Crane.
Ben Crane, yeah.
At Liberty.
Was that our first PGA Tour event?
First PGA Tour event. We were so excited to get credentials.
I remember that year because Ben Crane was the bubble boy.
That's right. He was the bubble boy.
He was on the bubble. Yeah.
This was, of course, one of our favorite President's Cup.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's still one of the funniest ones. We've got the jackets right there.
This is our quick selfie with Paulina Gretzky, Tori Slater, and Jenna Sims.
And we caught up with Jenna the last time we were out there.
That's right.
On the vlog, remember?
Matsuyama. That's great.
Yeah, those were all fun.
I got tons of photos.
Other good stuff we've got coming up on the podcast. This week, which one are we? Oh, this week is going to be great. We did an interview just a couple days ago with Aaron Dill. So Aaron is Bob Vokey's right-hand man, and he's also the guy who's out there traveling around in the tour truck with Vokey, 40 events a year. So he's gonna be talking a little bit about some of the different custom wedges and grinds and things like that he did for players this week because obviously, this coming week, the Masters, Augusta, there's a lot of stake there and there's different types of adjustments to that unique track. So he's going to be talking about what he does for them and how he works with the players to get the right wedges. Some really interesting insight into how often players change their wedges. We talked about how often Spieth changes his wedges. He told some great stories about Justin Thomas when he won the PGA. Yep. So that's a fun one. That episode of the podcast is going to be out on YouTube and on all the podcast platforms on Sunday. Make sure you guys check that out. And then in a couple weeks, we're going to be going back to Club Champion. We're going to be interviewing some of the guys there, and we're going to be asking your questions from the Facebook group, which, by the way, if you guys are not already in the Facebook group, you got to check it out. It's free. It's just a great group of guys and gals in there just talking about golf, enjoying the game, all that stuff. But we posted for you guys to ask your questions about club fitting. Because now we know as we see more and more people go to get fit, they're wondering like, where do I start? What is a good fitting like? How do I get the most out of my fitting? Which club should I get fit for first? So we just kind of like took all those questions into a big pile and we're going to bring them down to them and be like, let's answer them. Let's just try to dive into them. So that's going to be on the podcast soon. We're going to try to get Rick on the show, Rick Shields, while we're over there to talk a little bit about that event in a couple weeks. So a lot of great stuff.
Maybe some other surprise guests as well we're working on.
Yes, we definitely are. Hogan asks, favorite YouTube channel other than your own? I like that question because it's assuming that our channel is our favorite.
Yeah, that's great.
You know what? There's so many good ones.
There is a lot of good ones.
I would segment it out. You know, for instruction, I've always liked going to Me and My Golf. Piers and Andy, I think, do some of the most understandable instruction in the game. I love what they do with the graphics and the way you can kind of like just see it and visualize it. We were fortunate enough that they analyzed both of our swings. It really helped us from a personal standpoint. Love that. Always been a real fan of what Eric Anders Lang is doing with his channel. Huge fan of that. In fact, when we caught up with him last year and we interviewed him on the podcast down at Golf and Body, that was last August. And I remember it was just right before he really launched his YouTube channel. Yeah, I think he had 2 videos on there. And just kind of talking to him about it. And he finished up filming Adventures in Golf, which I think is an incredible series. And he was just ramping up to do it. So really cool. Those are some of the ones that I'll watch whenever I can. Truthfully, I don't get to watch a whole lot because I feel like we're always so busy making videos that we don't get to watch a whole lot of videos. But I think both of those are ones that should be on your short list to check out. Let's see. Mario asks about the TS4. A lot of people are asking about the TS4. I want to get a chance to hit it. I think it would have to incredibly wow me to pull me away from the TS2 because I feel like the TS2 is so well fit to my game. It's such a forgiving club, and the forgiveness is what was like I needed more than anything else with my driver. I'm not somebody who's like crazy about chasing distance. My drives right now are about somewhere between 265, 275, and that's something I'm incredibly happy with. If I can put that in the fairway, I'm good. But I'm sure when it warms up, we'll get a chance to test it out, hit it a little bit and see.
Yeah.
So Golfers walks in. So Eric owes his success to your interview. I don't think so. No. Eric, I give him all the credit in the world for what he's done. And if you actually really look back, even though his YouTube channel is newer, Eric's been grinding it out in this game for so long. I mean, you can look up some old interviews he did back with like the Back Nine Network. Remember the Back Nine Network? You know, and when he was doing Be the Ball, which I hope he still releases Be the Ball documentary, because we got a chance to chat a little bit about it. And I think that was just I think that would be something that would be really well received if he gets a chance to get that out. Ollie asks if we notice any difference in the trajectory between the Pro V1 and the Pro V1X, assuming you're meaning this year's model versus the last year's model. Personally, I continue to play the AVX. That's still my ball. However, I did play the Pro V1 down when we were in Florida, and I do like it better from a performance standpoint for me versus the older Pro V1. I not necessarily trajectory, but feel. I feel like it's softer. It felt closer to the AVX, which I play for that soft feel. I happen to like a soft ball. So that's my feeling on it. You still playing the X?
I'm playing the X right now still.
Okay. Yeah. So yeah.
It's been a while since I've been played the Pro V1, so I really couldn't compare them.
Yes. Lewis, what's up? Great to see you here.
What's up, Lou?
We got to wrap it up in a minute or two here, guys, because we actually have a conference call that we've got to hop on. But like I said, we wanted to update you guys. There's so much to update you on. Really, the big thing is just getting ramped up and psyched up for YouTube Golf Day. It's both of our first trip to England. It's my first trip to Europe. I've never even been over there.
I just got his passport like last week.
Literally. So I just recently, I'll tell a funny story. I just recently moved, right? My house. And in the moving process, I have like this document safe, where you just throw everything and forget about it. Anyway, my passport was in there. I lose the key to this thing in the move. I'm like, so I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to get into this thing. Eventually, I had to just cut bait and just break into it. So me and my brother like just jammed screwdrivers in it until we broke into this thing. Cause I'm like, I got to see if my passport's in here. Right.
Right.
Get it. I see my passport. It's in there, but it's expired.
Of course.
And I'm like, this is what would happen. Like I would get everything set up to go to YouTube Golf Day and then not be able to travel outside the country. Right. Long story short, I paid the expedited fees and everything that you've got to do. And just crossed my fingers, sent in all my documents, got, whatever to get this thing renewed. And luckily it just came back like yesterday. So I've got the passport.
That's perfect.
We're
All right,
one
good to go.
step closer to going to the UK. But yeah, man, I'm nervous because it's like our first trip over there. We're going to be doing it in such a whirlwind, 3 days in, out, come home for a couple of weeks and then back to Scotland. So
It's going to be fun.
It's going to be an interesting experience.
Okay. Let's see. Anything else here, Frank? Connor says come to Monmouth County. That's down in Jersey, right?
Yeah.
By the racetrack?
Yeah.
It's like the Long Branch area. You played there last summer.
Yeah, and we're going to be down playing Atlantic City Country Club, right, in a couple weeks?
Couple weeks.
So we got a special guest for that one. We're just ironing out the final details. I think you guys are really going to like that one, and we'll have him on the podcast too. But hopefully if the weather keeps, doesn't get in the way, because this is that time of year, we never know. Like I said, it was snowing. So if everything's good, we'll have a really fun one for you guys then.
Either way, we're just going to try to make every day playable, right, Frank?
That's it. Make every day playable.
That's it. Let's just
hey, man, you guys have seen it. You've seen us layer up for some of these. I feel like
we played
at least 2 out of 3 of the last couple of videos, I'm wearing a minimum of 3
easily
pullovers.
From the Black Bear video to the Crystal, the recent one. I feel like our last 3 we've done here have been freezing.
And I don't know if it showed in that video, but that most recent one we did with YouTube Golf Day announcement at Crystal Springs was the coldest I've ever felt.
Right.
That, we cut some of it out, but like the very beginning when you're saying like the tee box is right
It was
there,
freezing.
like I was hesitant because I couldn't feel my hands. Like I was standing there like just trying to warm up my hands, and I'm like, yeah, I want to play. I just got to get feeling my hands back.
Then it broke, and we actually did it right out there. So
yeah, it then it was a little bit warmer, but it was wet and it was nasty. So let's bring on that warm weather. We got Masters Week coming up.
I'm excited.
That's always the signal that we're getting close here in the Northeast. So yeah.
Daniel, good luck in your first competition
Daniel,
tomorrow.
Yes.
Go low.
Good luck in your first competition, and more importantly than anything, enjoy it. That's what it's all about. Have fun, because sometimes competitions can get a little bit nerve-wracking, but if you go out there and you have fun with it, you'll play better, and at the very least, you'll come out of it with an enjoyable day. So, all right. Thanks, everybody, for watching. We appreciate it. We appreciate all the support as always. We appreciate all the comments, and we're going to try to bring you guys a lot of fun stuff in the next couple of weeks. Stick around for that, and we'll do these live segments to do a Q&A whenever we can. We'll talk to you guys soon. Thought that was good. That was a good one.